my dear student. Today I'm going to start new chapter from your syllabus. That is chapter 5. That from your geography book. That is the landforms of the earth. Now, what is a landform? That landforms are the substance that is made by the different forces. That when the force is occurred on the over or the upper or lower surface or the inner or outer surface of the earth crust, then they form the different type of landforms. Now today I discuss about this type of landforms. Now we know the general idea we have that about the landforms. That landforms are generally is the four types. There is a landform. First is a mountain, after that plain and the plateaus. These are the three are the mains. There is a mountain, plain and plateaus. Now this later we discuss about the what is mountain, different type of mountain, and the plateaus, what are importance, different type of importance about it. Now today we first discuss about this landforms. It's not made by simply that one land is there that suddenly it can be made the landform, it convert into the landform. For occurring this landform or for causing this landform, few forces have been responsible on it. What are the forces are responsible for occurring? These are the mountain or this type of the landforms. That the two forces are being responsible for the occurring or raising these landforms. The first of all, that is the endogenic forces, and the second one is the exogenic force. Now, what is the endogenic and what is the exogenic force? That few force that is occur inside the earth surface, it's not visible to us, and few force that is occur outside of the earth surface that we can able to see. Now, the first we discuss that about the endogenic forces. What is the endogenic force? That which force it occur inside the earth surface. This type force is also known as endogenic force. So remember that, I repeat it again, that those are the forces it occur inside of the earth surface. This type force are known as the endogenic forces. And like the examples are like the earthquakes. That is example of endogenic force. That is occur inside the earth surface. We just receive the result. We get the result or the movement when it start to trembling, but where is the origin point that we can't able to see. So that is why it's called the endogenic forces. Now the second is the exogenic force. Exogenic force, exo means the ex that is come from the exist. So outside, from the outside, which force is occur outside of the earth surface or the topmost part of the earth surface. This type force is known as the exogenic force. Again I repeat, which force is take place on the uppermost part of the earth surface, on the top of the earth surface. This type force is known as the exogenic forces. And the examples are like the river erosion, wind erosion, glacier erosion. These are the examples of the exogenic forces. Now this first one is the endogenic force, second one is the exogenic force. So you have to understand that which force it take place inside the earth surface is endogenic, and which force is occur outside of the earth surface, that is the exogenic force. Now the endogenic force are divided into the two more subparts. What are the subparts? The first one, endogenic force, are divided into the two parts. That first one is the epilogenic and the epigenic force, and the second one is the orogenic force. The endogenic process or endogenic forces are divided into the two subparts. The first one is the epilogenic forces and second one is the orogenic forces. Now what is the epilogenic force? That which force it take place into the up and down, means which force it take place from by this way, these two directions from the up and down, and make the landforms. Then either the land between the landform, when the landform is present on it, this landform either it goes upward and they make the mode, either its landform is goes downward due to this epilogenic force. And due to this applying this force, the block mountains and the rift valleys are formed due to this epilogenic movement or the epilogenic force. So what is the epilogenic force? In which type of force that the land masses either it's uplift or it goes down. This type of movements or the downwards, this type of movements of the forces is known as the epilogenic force, and it occurs vertically. In which force that it occurred vertically, and for that reason the few portion of the earth surface either it goes upward and few portions goes downward. This type the movement of the force is known as the epilogenic force. Now the second one is the orogenic. Orogenic means which force that it occurred into the horizontally. Which force it occurred into the horizontally way. This type of force is known as the orogenic force. So again I repeat, what is the orogenic force? that which force is occur in the horizontal direction. This type force is known as the orogenic force, and which force is occur in the vertical way, this force is known as the epiogenic force. And due to the epiogenic force, that block mountain and the rift valleys are formed, and due to the orogenic force, that is the fold mountains are formed on that. So you have to remember that the forces are causing the landforms are the two types: the first endogenic forces and the exogenous force. And the endogenic force are divided into the two subparts, that is the epiogenic force and the orogenic force. Epiogenic force, they are made by the block mountain, by due to the epiogenic force it occurred into the up and down or the vertically. This time they are by through this that the block mountains are formed, and the orogenic force had occurred into the vertical way, in the horizontal way, and due to this reason that the four mountains are being formed. So I hope you have to understand it. And next day we are going to start about the different type of landforms we have to discuss. So thank you.